Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that right now. As you see my face, as you listening to my voice, as you supporting me, go ahead and support me one more time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for your boy. It's your host F Merritt. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Keith Thurman, that's right. Keith one-time Thurman, fresh off of a loss from Manny Pacquiao and a great thrilling victory, split decision loss. But it's been what, 2 years since he's fought? Okay, cool. He's got a fight lined up going against Mario Barrios and I believe in the MGM Grand at Las Vegas. What, end of January, early February, around that time. Anyway, be on the lookout for that pay-per-view, PBC Fox pay-per-view. He put an article out, boxing scene. The link will be in the description. And he was talking about Errol Spence, talking about doing business with Bob Arum, talking about Terence Crawford. Now, everyone's under the impression that Terence Crawford's going to be waiting for Keith Thurman. All right, I get it. No problem with that. Terence Crawford's always been kind of like, very vocal about he always wanted Keith Thurman because at one point in time, Keith Thurman was the man at the welterweight division. He was the unified champion before Errol Spence was, obviously, right? Injuries took him out, came back. He had to drop the WBC belt, took on Manny Pacquiao for the WBA belt. You know what I'm saying? Lost that split decision, and this is where he is. So now he's getting a tune-up. A comeback fight, tune-up, whatever you want to call it, against Mario Barrios, who is also coming off of a loss. And Mario Barrios is moving up from 140 to 147. Now, with that being said, Terence Crawford coming off a good victory over Sean Porter, a stoppage victory. He looked very dominant. Been knocking out everybody at the welterweight division ever since he got to the division. Amir Khan, Benavidez, Jeff Horn, Kell Brook, and the names go on and on. And add Sean Porter to the mix. But anyway, so that supposedly, allegedly, may be a fight probably summertime, June, July kind of ish. Nonetheless, there was an article on the boxing scene about Keith Thurman talking about Errol Spence is the bigger fight. All right. Now, I agree with Keith Thurman. Okay, so the correct statement is I think the bigger fight is Spence because he's a unified champion and there's rumors about Ugas and that's 3 belts. Yeah. Oh, it goes back. It says it's Spencer Crawford both on the table. I want the biggest fight. Boxing. We don't forecast the season. There is no real schedule. I don't have a real preference. They're both great fighters. I want both of them. We're just gonna have to go. We're just gonna have to see which one is presented. The problem with Bob is they didn't send me a contract. They were just talking low numbers. Okay, cool. And obviously he was hinting to, I would imagine Bob sent Keith Thurman an offer or trying to talk numbers with them before they ended up going with Sean Porter. Now, right now, this very moment, Errol Spence is taking on Ugas, 3-belt unification. If you go by what Keith Thurman just said, the bigger fight for him between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is Errol Spence. Because, like I said, he's got 2 belts. Now, if he beats Ugas, he's going to have 3 belts. Why wouldn't I go with the guy with 3 belts? And I'm on the same side of on the same side of the street as far as PBC. Now, Bud is a free agent. We don't know what Bud's going to do. Is Bud coming to the PBC? This is my thing. Like, if Bud comes to the PBC, what fight can we have? Danny Garcia's not there. Sean Porter just retired. He just beat him. He's out the equation. Who we got? Earl Spence is tied up with Ugas. Keith Thurman said he wants Earl Spence next. He's the bigger fight. What we doing? Now, we all know the history of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. If you don't know, you better do some research. But I'm Keith Thurman. I'm coming back taking on Earl. Fresh off of an eye injury. We don't even know if he's taking on Ugas. So we don't know how he's going to look against Ugas. I just think styles make fights. Earl is a come forward type of guy going body, 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 body. Keith Thurman's going to mix it up with you. Keith Thurman has great legs. Keith Thurman just has to stay healthy. That's his only issue. Great fighter, has to stay healthy. He's had shoulder surgery, just coming off, and a lot of people forget that. Coming off of the loss against Manny Pacquiao, 2-year layoff, and he had hand surgery. People forget that. Just surgery in general is a big thing. So you had serious elbow surgery that kept him out, 18 months, forced him to give up the WBC belt. Then you had hand surgery coming off of a loss, right hand surgery, which is, I think it's strong hand, but he does have power in both hands. But come on, man. He's getting older. He's been getting paid for a while now. The motivation for him is only big fights. If you don't have a big fight for Keith Thurman, why am I fighting? I don't have to fight anymore. Okay? He got the Manny Pacquiao fight. He was getting paid. He got the Sean Porter fight. He got the Danny Garcia fight. He got paid, what, $3-4 million against Leonard Bundu. That's crazy. So he's been getting money for a while, ladies and gentlemen. And when people say, oh, one time he needs to retire, oh, he's not dedicated to the sport. Imagine working your whole life towards a goal. You become a world champion. That's one goal accomplished. And now you're getting the money. Not only you've got multiple paydays where you can take care of your kids and your kids for, forever. How motivated would you be to constantly keep doing this? Just ask yourself that. But getting back to the topic at hand, Bud, Errol Spence. If I'm Keith Thurman, I'm looking at Bud and Errol Spence. Bud is on a roll, knockout streak. Errol Spence is been a little vulnerable. He's won. His last fight against Danny Garcia, he was flawless. But coming off an eye injury, like I said, Keith Thurman has power in both hands. I have good wheels. I'll take my chances against Errol Spence. And guess what? The backstory is there. All right, the grudge match is there. The history is there. PBC, that's the biggest fight PBC can make for Errol Spence on his side, besides Terence Bud Crawford. So this is what I expect. I expect Errol Spence to fight 3 times this year. I expect Errol Spence to take on, and I'm gonna say it, Ugas, like already reported, Ugas, Keith Thurman. Then hopefully at the end of the year, I shall say it again. Hopefully we can get Terence Crawford and Errol Spence in 2022 at the end of 2022. Now, for Bud, everybody's gonna be like, who can he fight? Who can he fight? Well, you might have to go back to Top Rank on a fight by fight basis, and you might have to take on Josh Taylor, who's moving up from 140, undisputed champ, just like you, Terence Crawford, former undisputed champ at 140. Well, no, he's still the undisputed champ because he's got a fight coming up in February against some guy that decided to, that did step aside and help out Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez to actually make the undisputed championship fight happen. So with that being said, Terence Bud Crawford is going to end up taking on Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor's a big 140. He's going to be he's bigger than Bud. And I like Josh Taylor a lot. So that might be a 50-50 fight. I don't know. 60-40, 50-50 fight. That's going to be a brawl. That's going to be a war. That's why, Terence Bud Crawford, he just fought. You fight Josh Taylor, summertime, around the same time that Keith Thurman and Errol Spence fight. Then you and Errol Spence can finally fight for undisputed 140. Undisputed at 147 at the end of the year 2022. So, guys, fans, fanboys, whatever you want to call them, be patient. Once again, I know I'm tired of it too, but listen, me personally, I want to see Errol Spence against Terence Crawford. I want to see Errol Spence against Keith Thurman. I like that fight. I've always wanted that fight. Unfortunately, injuries, Keith Thurman taking the Manny Pacquiao fight, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I don't know why you would it's Manny Pacquiao fight. Everybody wants Manny Pacquiao. I picked Manny. Well, I got to fight Manny Pacquiao and everybody's mad at me. Nah, it don't work like that. That was a smart business decision. He gained a lot of respect. He took a loss, split decision loss, but he still fought with everything. He gave everything. And I have nothing but respect for Keith Thurman. I have nothing but respect for Errol Spence. I have nothing but respect for Terence Crawford or any other fighter that jumps in that ring and puts everything on the line. With that being said, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about Keith Thurman's comments. Which fight would you take? Would you take the Errol Spence fight? Would you take the Terence Crawford fight? Let me know. P4P Sports Entertainment. With that being said, I'm gone. It's your host, F. Merritt. I'm out.